Hey friends, it's Yolanda. I just wanted to jump in here and let's try to get this all situated. Jump in here and share with you guys today some just some insight on just when things don't go according to plan, which it's life, so things don't always go according to plan. And I just wanted to, because I just have a prime example of this today, I just wanted to give you an example of how you can deal maybe if you're having like a bad day or things don't go right. So today's Tuesday. Monday, I had some challenging conversations, and I'm an introvert. I kind of like, it's not my favorite thing to have to be on the phone, basically. And I had 4 phone calls, and 3 of them were challenging. And it's just life. Everybody was trying their best. Nobody was trying to be a jerk. Nobody was behaving really badly, but I was having difficult conversations with people, difficult topics, and I wasn't particularly proud of how I showed up. I wasn't awful, but I was stressed. I was a little frustrated. I didn't holler at anybody, but I did get a little stressy with somebody. So I wasn't so proud of it. And that kind of stayed with me. And so last night, the end of all this is I didn't sleep well last night. So, I slept fine until I go to bed really early. It looks like, and I go to bed at 9:30. So I woke up at 2 and I couldn't sleep. And these thoughts were just like rolling through my head. Normally, pre-manifesting or kind of daily practice, I would be really upset and frustrated and kind of pissed off. So in the first case, those thoughts were definitely there. And I did all kinds of practices for them. I did gratitudes, which was actually lovely. That was like kind of the nicest thing in the night. I did some gratitudes. I did equal airtime. I did some meditation. And my goal was to sleep, but that's not what my body and my brain had in mind for me. So I usually sleep really well almost every night, all night. I wake up sometimes, but sleep is not my particular issue, but I wasn't sleeping. So because of those practices, those thoughts kept coming, no doubt about it. Like the feelings were like, I felt kind of guilty. I felt wrong. I hadn't showed up in a way that I felt proud of. I was a little irritated by some of the stuff that the people said, so I was feeling that. It was just like a nice little kind of shit cycle going on. And I didn't, however, feel like deeply upset or frustrated in the way that I could have, just like wanting to come out of my skin. I was just experiencing those feelings as I was laying there. It was not pleasant in any way, shape, or form. And I finally decided to just get up. And it was 3:15, and I'm like, I'm clearly not going to sleep. It's not in the plans for me to sleep. I got up. And I did something that, so the topic today is kind of like how your daily practice can kind of help in situations like this. So one was I was using those tools in the night, and it didn't fix it. It didn't make me sleep. It didn't make everything like rainbows and daisies, but it did allow me like some measure of peace while I was laying there. I wasn't like frustrated and so bad. Hey, Charlotte. Yeah, me too, for sure. So I was, laying there and so in the morning I got up, and by the grace of having a practice, kind of actively trying to engage my mind, and train and manage my mind all the time, I thought about in the night sometimes I would, if I had done this in the past, I might get up and just scroll through YouTube or something, and then just just for hours, just be a little YouTube addict or something, or maybe watch a Netflix, I don't know, and then just feel really bad about it. So I kind of remembered that. So I had the consciousness, because of this daily mind training. It was like I had the consciousness even at 3:15 to go like, yeah, you probably don't want to do that. And it's like, I am an early riser. I normally get up at 5:30. I was like, why don't I just pretend this is kind of the start of the day? So I did. I just kind of pretended it was the start of the day, and I did something. Probably as women, I think many of us have a really good practice with this. This is something that that I'm kind of learning. I did service for Lubsang is Tibetan, so we have we are part of a Tibetan community in the United States, and I did service. I spent 3 hours helping a Tibetan who had asked me to do something, and that felt wonderful. And like in the entire 3 hours, of course, I felt I didn't have a single thought about all the stuff that was troubling me. And then finally, when I got up, so the last, and I'm over my time again, but finally, when I I spent until 5:30, and then Lupsang got up, and we started our day, and now my day starts with quite like maybe an hour to hour and a half of daily practices. This is not something that everybody needs to do. It's just like I'm just a daily practice hound. I love my manifesting, and I really knew I needed it today, and so I did that. And of course, and then it just like put my brain into this groove. So I'm not trying, I want to be clear. I'm not trying to say it makes it like beautiful and everything's fantastic, but this day is fine. And I just told myself like, and I had this and one more point. I had a wonderful coaching session before all that stuff happened. I'm in a coaching program, and I had this wonderful coaching session, and the teacher said, whose name is Brooke Castillo, she said, I said I have problems sometimes of like feeling like I don't have enough time to do everything, not sometimes, often. And she said, and then I get stressed about not having enough time. And she said, why not just the idea in so many of our practices and spiritual paths of just allow it to be. So don't try to not be stressed. Don't try to not be pressured. Just allow the pressure and the stress to be. So when I woke up and I didn't remember that one in the night, but like after all these processes, at the end of all my manifesting, I remembered about that. And I was like, oh, that's fantastic. So I just thought about that, like, wow, okay, today is going, I may be tired. I may be a little frustrated. I may be feel sad. I may feel embarrassed about my behavior the other day, yesterday. I may feel those things. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm a good person. Everybody's doing their best. And it's all right to feel stressed about it. So I don't have this like beat myself up for feeling stressed feeling. So those three things really help me. The daily practice, what did I say? So my daily practice, giving service, and then that idea of just like allowing the feeling were so helpful. So that today is not like a craptastic day. Today is just a day that's all good. And I mean, it's not fabulous, but I'm fine. I haven't had to have a break yet. I mean, a nap. I may not, but that's what. So, Charlotte, what have you got going on with that? Talk to me. If you're still there. I'll just give it a minute. You may not be where you're able to type. Anyway, it's super sweet to see you there. You guys, if you ever have any questions, so the daily practice, like one quick thing, the daily practice, when you, if you go to the manifesting, is the manifesting meetup? If you go to the Manifesting Meetup main page and then hit, I'm sorry, that's not there. Go to yolandaobannon.com And on the first page there, you can get my the free Get Unstuck mini guide. So that gives you the beginning of these daily practices that I talk about all the time. I'm frequently talking about these, so I encourage you to go over there and grab that. Also, please do invite your friends to our little group, because I would just love to meet more people like you. And have a wonderful day, and let me know if you have any questions, because I'll be happy to answer them in subsequent Facebook Lives. Okay, bye-bye. You guys have a good one. Ciao. Bye.